Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and yes, the day has arrived. iOS 13 Beta 1 is officially here, and there's just so much to talk about. I want to break down iOS 13 into separate videos. I want to make videos specifically in messages, in photos, in other aspects of the OS because there's just so much to talk about with this new software update. Of course, Beta 1 was released today exclusively to developers. Apple has mentioned that public beta testers, you guys could see this first beta sometime in July. Apple did not specify, but today was a huge day. Apple releasing iOS 13 Beta 1 to register developers. They also released a brand new iPad OS, which I'm also going to be covering in depth on its own on the iPad Pro as well. Mind-blowing features, really cool stuff happening there as well. I also want to talk about device support. Now, iOS 13 will be supporting the iPod Touch 7th generation. So the 6th generation was cut out of the list. That's why Apple released a 7th generation recently. Now, on iPhone side, iPhone SE. Yes, iPhone SE made it into iOS 13. I'm very happy about that. iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, iPhone 7, 7 Plus, iPhone 8, 8 Plus, 10, 10R, 10s, and 10s Max. Now, unfortunately, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5s were left behind. These devices will not be getting iOS 13 support. So in this video, I want to give you guys a quick overall glance of iOS 13. I'm going to go through the messages, the new features, some new features within the Photos application, and also dive into settings and, of course, dark mode, one of the most anticipated features. So let's just get right into the video. Now, the first thing I want to do is jump into settings, head on over to wallpapers. I haven't even changed my wallpaper yet, and head on over to the exclusive iOS 13 wallpapers as you see here. Take a look at these wallpapers here. You see this one here is a nice sort of grayish wave to it. The settings down here is the set button. All you have to do is click set and you get the same menus as before. You have a button in the center which allows you to stretch the wallpaper to fit your device if you have a smaller size wallpaper. And let's just take a look at some of these wallpapers here. So there's this one here. There's the buttons there. A little better, closer look for you guys there of the buttons, the settings, the stretching of the wallpaper icon in the center, and then the cancel button here. Let's take a look at this blue one here. It looks really nice. I actually like the wallpaper that Apple went with this year. I actually really do like them. A lot of the times Apple has these wallpapers that I really don't like, but these actually look really good. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one here, which is the main iOS 13 wallpaper here, as my main wallpaper for iOS 13. Now let's go ahead and dive into the actual settings of the dark mode. This is one of the things you guys have been waiting to or for the most, including myself. Oop, there's a little glitch there you saw. That's expected. Of course, iOS 13 is in beta 1. By the way, Apple is not allowing users to install a profile to install iOS 13. You actually have to have a developer account and actually install it using iTunes. Now, if that changes at any time, I'll link everything down below. I do have a tutorial on how you can install this software on your device with a computer with a developer account or a public beta testing account. But remember, public beta testers, not until July. You won't see this on your device. So let's go ahead and dive into settings here. And the new dark mode option resides right under display and brightness. There it is. You have the automatic button here, so you enable it, and at a certain time of the day right here, you can set it to the sunset and sunrise, or a custom time for when you want dark mode to transition onto your device. I'm going to go ahead and leave it right here to sunset and sunrise. So we're going to do that, or you can, of course, set it manually. So click on dark mode, boom, there it is. And those are going to be the settings that you're going to have to toggle on and off, at least in beta 1, for dark mode to be active. This looks so cool, guys. You have no idea. So, of course, I want to go ahead and dive into the different applications so you guys can take a quick look here. Here is the Files application. The Books application in dark mode here looks very nice as well. Let's take a look here at News. Right there is News. So now let's go head on over to Stocks. So Stocks was already in a dark mode sort of theme. By the way, brand new Reminders application. Let's jump right into it. Let's go ahead and click allow once right here. There's just so much to talk about, guys. I'm going to be breaking this software down for you guys. So be sure to stay tuned here to the channel. It's tons of content coming your way. You see here the new splash screen. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot of that. The new splash screen here. Click continue. And right here, it tells you the devices that are supported. So you see here, devices that cannot be upgraded. Right there, the iPhone 6 and 5S. So let's go ahead and upgrade now to the new reminders. And here we go. Now, these reminders, of course, are going to be the same reminders that I have on all my other iOS devices. You see here. So it should be syncing here shortly. It takes a while, so I'm just going to let it sit there. Here is the new splash screen for calendar and the new calendars application. Let's screenshot that as well. Let's take a look at the screenshot menu, by the way. Take a look at the new dark mode screenshot right there. That is so cool. Look at all the instruments, the details on the instruments. You can tap on the instruments just like so to edit, to erase. You have your color picker. I mean, there's just so much going on here. I really like what Apple did with iOS 13. I'm very thrilled. So here's the calendar look. Let's go ahead and take a look at the month right there, just like that, June 3rd. Dark mode on calendar. This is just so cool. This is gonna save so much battery life on OLED display iPhones like the iPhone XS and XS Max. This is gonna save battery life. Let's take a look at Apple Music. So turn on sync. Let's turn Apple Music on. Take a look at the menus down here, the For You, the Browse, the radio stations. I don't know why Apple took so long to do this. It just looks right. It looks perfect. To me, it looks very cool. And I think you guys are going to really love it as well. Right here is the browse categories in Apple Music. Look at that. That is fantastic. It looks really nice. Actually, let's take a look at the player here. Right there is the music player. Let's put the volume down for copyright. And right here in the music application, you see right here all the icons light up in blue. All the menus look just like they did in iOS 12, but a lot of new stuff happening here, as well as the actual live lyrics. So when you're listening to a song, it'll actually display the lyrics live. So sort of like a karaoke kind of thing. Let's go here and just play a song here and see if we can get that feature to actually work. There it is. So the actual lyrics on the screen as you listen to music on dark mode. Super happy with this. I like it a lot. There's a button here up at the top. You have all your menus. Dark mode, I just can't get over how cool this looks on the iPhone. Let's take a look at notes. Notes also received an update. Let's take a quick screenshot of that as well. There's a few notes there that I cannot share with you guys at the moment, so I'll take a quick look at that later and share with you guys in a future follow-up. Here is the new health application. You see that some of the icons are missing here on the splash screen, so definitely something that Apple is still working on. A lot happening here as well. I mean, this looks so awesome. Right here you have some of the new settings you have right here and some of the new options available. You have your menstrual cycle for women. They can track that. That's also a new option within the health application. That's also going to be very beneficial for a lot of women. Right here we have the home application. Let's allow once. A lot happening here as well. I want you guys to, you can pause the video if you want to read the splash screens here if you wish, but just looks very complete, very awesome in beta 1, which I'm actually very impressed. There's a lot happening in messages. I wanted to go ahead and set up the messages application here for you guys. We have a button up at the top where you can select a message right here. And if you tap on here where it says edit name and photo, you can actually set a photo and a particular thread, so you can share that photo as your actual profile photo within the messages application. So right there, share name and photo with particular profiles. Here you have contacts only, always ask, or anyone. So there's a lot happening here in messages as well. Now there's a few splash screens here in messages when you go to first set up your messages. Take a look here at the keyboard. We now have these swipe gestures on the keyboard here for iOS. So this is something that's been available in the App Store with Swift keyboard and things like that, but you now have the ability to swipe. So let's go ahead and type here, hello, and there we go. Simple as that. So swiping on the keyboard is also a thing with iOS 13, something very cool. And when you first launched the messages application, I don't know why it's not doing it for me again, but when I first launched it, it gave me a setup screens or a few setup screens where I can set my animojis, different animojis that I can set up. And let's take a look here at some of the menus. Let's quickly dive into some of the menus here in messages. Take a look at the new stickers. These are going to be based on your Animoji. So once you create your very own Animoji, you'll have all your sort of emoji-like characters like mind blown, and you see here going to sleep, thumbs up, thumbs down. These all get customized based on your very own emoji, and you can change your emoji, of course, from right there. And you have other Animojis here, stickers that you can choose from. You have the cow, you have the octopus, right here we have the giraffe. Just a ton, a lot of fun. I'm going to be covering messages in depth, of course, in iOS 13. Stay tuned for that video. A lot happening here as well. Again, this video is just a quick overall glance at the software. Right here inside of Photos, again, a lot happening. Take a look at the dark mode. We have separations here by year, month, day, and all the photos. Now this is still syncing with the iCloud as you see there, but you see that all the photos that are available right here, and you can edit even videos. You can edit videos with actual filters and things of that nature. Just a big close dive into the Photos application will be coming your way as well. I want to make sure that I cover every single feature, so I'm going to dive into the Photos application and bring that video to you guys again, so be sure to stay tuned. You have the For You options right here for your iCloud photos. You have your albums category. Again, I just can't get over how cool dark mode looks on this iPhone XS Max. Let's go ahead and take a look at the App Store. The App Store in dark mode should look very, very awesome. And absolutely, yes, it does. There it is. iOS 13 App Store. Let's take a closer look here at some of the additional options. We have Arcade right there. I did not know that was in here. So Arcade coming in the fall. We have an option for Arcade directly within the App Store now. So iTunes, I thought Apple was going to kill off iTunes completely. Apparently not. It looks like iTunes is still here, but there it is. You can still browse iTunes, all your favorite categories, and the beautiful dark mode for iOS 13. Maps also received a major update as well. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the new features. I'm actually going to try to film inside of the car and show you all the new features of Maps as well. But again, just a quick glance here at iOS 13, because I know you guys are anxious to get this on your device. By the way, if you are looking to install this on your device, keep in mind that you're going to need a computer, a developer account as of right now, and make sure you download Xcode 11 or else it will not install on your device. Right here is the new application, Find My. This is where Apple combines several services to find your devices no matter where they're at. Right there, let's go ahead and take a screenshot of that as well. So click continue. And this is taking over Find My iPhone. This is going to be just to find all of your devices, right? Your AirPods, your Mac, your iPhones, your iPads, your iPod. And a new feature built into this is that for your laptop, since you always have it shut, you can't really find it with Find My iPhone. But now with Find My, you can actually find your laptop even if it's closed. Apple is using this new technology where it sends little beacons of information to other devices that help you detect your device. Privacy and security was Apple's main concern with this one. So new icon there. Let's go ahead and take a closer look here at the new Find My icon. There it is. So Find My, the new icon there for iOS 13. I like the wallpapers. I think the wallpaper actually changed when I changed to dark mode. Let's go back to the standard mode here and take a look at the wallpaper. Yep, the wallpaper does change when you change to dark mode. So this is sort of like a transition thing. So if you set it to sunrise and sunset or to a custom time, it'll change automatically gradually, sort of what we see on Mac OS. So I don't think I'm going to go back actually to the standard mode. I think I'm going to be using dark mode all day, every day from now on, because I just really love it a lot. We see a new icon for contacts. We see the Measures application. That didn't get much. That didn't get any updates whatsoever, as a matter of fact. We have the Tips application, which I'm going to be browsing through. New tips for iOS 13. And the Siri Shortcuts application is now built into iOS, and all your Siri shortcuts will be available here. We have a lot of new stuff happening here as well. And I know, guys, I keep saying this, but this is just a quick look. Each and every single major feature of this software I will be covering in depth, so make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be covering everything. I just want to make sure that I go through every feature so that I can bring you specific videos so you guys can choose which ones to watch at what time. So if you want to learn about messages, there will be a video for that. If you want to learn about the new features within Photos and the Cameras application, there's going to be a video on that. And then this one here, which is going to be an overall look, and of course additional hidden features coming in the future as well. Just a ton of content. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more content soon. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.